welcome to my channel Recipes from Hema's Kitchen. I'm Hema Bhatt and today we are making a family favorite requested recipe from a few of you friends who have eaten it before and love it. Mutton Bhuna. Mutton is goat meat and this is made Bhuna. Bhuna means frying something on high flame with spices. So it's Mutton Bhuna. So we're going to fry the meat on high flame with onions, tomatoes, nice spice powder that I'm going to show you. It's going to be delicious. Before that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Hit the bell icon so you're always notified of any new recipes I put up first. Don't forget to share, like this video, and do comment how you like this recipe. Let's make the delicious Mutton Bhuna. Before we go and see the ingredients, I'm also going to want to say that you can make a thick semi-dry gravy kind or an appetizer out of this, or you can also make it as a gravy. Today I'm making gravy because I'm not making dal. Sometimes when I make dal with this, I just make a dryish kind of a semi-gravy and I eat it with it. So let's see both the ways. So you can make whichever you like. Let's start making Mutton Bhuna. Let's see the ingredients for Bhuna Masala. So this is for the powder. We're going to make a Bhuna powder. That is jeera, cumin seeds, dhania, coriander seeds, 2 big cardamoms, black cardamoms, cinnamon stick, peppercorns and cloves. This is dry powders. This is red chili powder, Kashmiri red chili powder, hot chili powder and turmeric powder, garam masala powder. Now we're going to put all these spices and spice mix powders in a jar and we're going to dry grind them. We're not going to add any water. This is a dry powder we're going to make. I'm going to show you how to get the inside of the black cardamom. We're not going to use the skin. We're going to cut it open and just take the inside seeds. So I'm going to do it for both and I'm going to put both. Yes. Now add all your dry powders. If you don't want too spicy, you can leave the hot chili powder. You can reduce the garam masala to 1 teaspoon. You can reduce the Kashmiri red chili powder to 1 teaspoon. So here our spice mix is ready. Going to keep it in the side. Now let's chop onion and tomatoes. We need a lot of onions for this. Onions and tomato. So first I'm going to chop the tomatoes. I'm going to show you. I'm going to cut it into half. Then I'm going to make thin slits on it. And then I'm going to slit it in between and then I'm going to chop fine. Now I'm going to do the same with the onions. Cut it in half. Make thin slits on them. Be very careful of your fingers. Go slow. And then slit it in between and now chop them. This gives a nice uniform size to the onions and it helps in cooking easily. Now let's cook the meat. So first we're going to boil the meat before we start the whole Bhuna process. So I've taken washed cleaned mutton here, goat meat, and I put it in a pressure cooker. Now I'm adding water, 4 to 5 cups depending on how much space is in your cooker. Then I put salt, little salt, half a teaspoon, and I'm going to pressure cook it for 6 whistles. If you don't like very soft meat, you can do 4 whistles. I like extremely soft meat. So we're going to again cook this. So now separate the stock and the meat. So I'm going to put the meat in a bowl and I'm going to even retain the stock. We need it for cooking. Now let's make the mutton bhuna. So here I'm heating a pan. Now I'm adding 1 cup oil. Yes, mutton takes a little extra oil, but trust me, it's worth it. It's very tasty. You need that much oil. Now I'm going to put onions and I'm going to fry my onions till it's golden brown. I have added salt. So now keep sauteing it in between till it gets nice and golden brown. We have to do this step. Please do not skip it. Our onions have to be brown well. It's going to take a few minutes. Now add the ginger and the garlic paste once the onions are completely golden brown, and saute till the raw smell of ginger garlic goes on high flame. Now we are going to add the meat. So the meat is cooked. Don't forget to be very gentle when mixing it because you might break the pieces of the meat. You don't want that. Slowly stir it. Now add your spice mix. I'm using the whole spice powder. If you don't want very spicy, then reduce it to half the quantity or 1/4 quantity, depending on how much spicy you want. We like it, it tastes really good. You need that much masala, spice powder. Now again, mix it, but be very gentle. You don't want to break up the pieces. It needs to be nicely coated and the masala should fry in the oil. I'm going to do this on high flame, so be very careful not to burn the meat. Now I'm going to add a handful of coriander leaves, finely chopped. Coriander leaves frying in oil tastes really delicious. It gives a good taste to the dish. Now I'm going to add my finely chopped tomatoes, and again I'm going to mix all this with a light hand so that I don't break the meat. We're going to saute till we feel the tomatoes are a little nice, soft and mushy. Do this again very gently. If you feel your meat is sticking to the pan, then you can reduce the gas a little, or you can add a little water, stock from the meat. Now I think my tomatoes are nice and soft. Not completely soft, a little mushy. It just needs to become a little more soft when you put them. So now add the water. Now this step is completely up to you how much water you need. We like gravy, so we add extra water, but if you want dry, then just add little. Right now I'm adding only 1.5 cup of water, 2 cups of water, and I'm going to mix well. And I'm going to cover and cook for at least 20 to 25 minutes, stirring in between. We're going to make potatoes. My son loves potatoes in mutton. So I have boiled this for 5 minutes, strained it, and now I'm sauteing it on high flame in a pan. And I'm going to crisp it from all the sides. Keep turning it till all the sides are crisp. I'm checking on the meat, so be very careful when you open it. It's really hot. And slowly just move the meat in the side so that it doesn't stick down. Now the meat water has reduced, the meat gravy has become thick, and the meat looks really cooked well. So now I'm going to add the potatoes. If you don't want to add it and you want the crispiness, you can keep it and you can just serve it on top when you're serving the meat. But I like all the flavors infused even in the potatoes, so I mix it with the meat. I'm going to saute this on high flame, and now my meat is done. The mutton bhuna is ready to serve. So this is dry mutton bhuna. Now what I'm going to do is, I do put a little portion. Now I'm going to add the remaining stock to this, and I'm going to boil it for like 2 to 3 minutes. Add lots of coriander and serve. Because I like gravy. I'm not making dal today. So I hope you like this mouth-watering, succulent meat. Delicious. Try it out. You will miss it if you don't. And do let me know once you try, with pics if possible, how tasty and how delicious it turned out when you made it. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the bell icon, and I will see you in my next recipe. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Before I go, I just wanted to add a note. If you wanted to know where to get the spices, or if you need any information, please comment and I will reply to you for sure. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.